Hello, Mr. 0063 back for I Want to Be the Galaxy Part 8. Last time I eventually completed the boss of the mountain planet. And yeah, finished up, did a couple of extra things on the nature planet. So yeah, we are just going to continue to make our way with the nature planet. And I'm not going to screw that up. Yay! And second screen we get to, we're immediately going to get a secret that we have to get. Or come across a secret that we have to get. And it takes a bit of mucking about to get. As you can see, we're going to have to use these bullet bills quite effectively. While that's blowing up, I'm going to get myself well away and get to a safe point. And we're good now. Well, we've cleared the path at least anyway. Now we just have to use the bullet bills to actually get up there. Wow, I thought that was going to be a lot more difficult to get. Now all I have to do is get back down without dying, and I thought I might have screwed that up. Oh my god, holding my... Wow, really? Well, at least I got the secret and saved, and I've got to do this again now, but which is clumsy after the skillful part, but oh well. I'll take it. And yeah, the path here is very unobvious. I would show off that that's death down there. Basically, there's an invisible wall there. You shouldn't go that way. You're going to get completely blocked off. But yeah, I don't fancy doing that bit again because it can be kind of tricky. And since I've done it, I just want to move on. So let's just do just that. I do find this bullet bill bouncing section probably just a little bit I don't know, easier than the set on the very first screens. It just tends to be nicer. Things just tend to not be quite as awkward to bounce on and whatnot. So yeah, I do find these screens probably less annoying than the first set. That is a slightly annoying little jump at the end there, I must admit. Nothing to do with bullet bills though, although I did screw myself up with that jump. Wow. Oh yes, in case it wasn't obvious, you have to hide down in that little area there to get by that. Oh, okay. Well, I figured out. I've figured out that I'm now going to change my strategy. What am I doing there? What is going on? What? Wow! Come on! I've just praised this section. Don't start giving me ridiculous hitbox detection crap. Yeah. Okay. So instead of single jumping off of here or falling off and then only getting a single jump, I'm gonna do that and get a double jump. That should be a lot nicer. Doesn't really matter what order I do this in, does it? I suppose. Let's just go in the teleporter. Why the hell not? Then we'll get the start. There's a save point on the next screen anyway, so it shouldn't matter. I will select no, and we will move on to the boss of the nature planet. And it's the world from I Want to Be the World, the prequel to this game. So we're going to grab the star, we're going to get flown off to the sky, and we're going to have a sky battle. And a good one at that. So this is kind of a fun one, although I must admit I do tend I don't know whether it's arcing stuff or whatnot, but I do have a little bit of a problem with this boss. So yeah, I think it's just I honestly think it is to do with my inability to recognise arcing patterns for things and how things are going to move. So yeah, it's also worth pointing out, I guess now, that there are if you hold down the shoot button, obviously I'm spamming the shots here. You can kind of see they're coming out yellow. If you also hold down the jump button as well, then they will come out red. They seem to do a bit more damage, but you don't get enough as much control with your character as you can as moving up, down, left, and right as much. So it's a kind of a risky kind of strategy. So just use whatever you kind of feel works for you. If for whatever reason the lack of lack of having the extra control and the manoeuvrability to stunts you, then don't bother with it. I would tend to use it where where you've got lots of wow. See what I mean about arcing stuff? It's a pain in the neck to kind of avoid, or at least it is for me anyway. I would probably advocate using it when there is. I don't want to say a clear screen, because you almost never get a clear screen. But when when the screen is clearer, because that way you won't have to make quite such tiny movement, or quite so much drastic movements, and you can kind of get away. Really? Did I fall back into the remnants of that energy bullet? Whatever. Wow. Okay, that was clumsy. And of course, I can tell you how this is going to go now as well. Being like that close first go, I'm now going to be stuck here for about half an hour, because that's the way these things tend to go. But oh well. It's a fairly obvious boss in terms of how you should proceed with it. And there are certainly some attacks that I favour over others. There are some, I don't want to say they seem like they're impossible. I hate that one. That one feels like it should be the easiest to avoid, but I don't know if honestly there is a somewhat of a problem with my eyes or recognition with something like that, in the sense that I just cannot get my eyes just cannot seem to comprehend what the safe spot there would be with that attack. It's not just this game. I know for a fact on other games I've played that style of an attack is just such an annoyance to me. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why I have a problem with it. I don't want to blame my eyesight or anything like this. This is going to be fun. Incidentally, certainly on level 2 and certainly level 3 when we get into the refight, if he does that blue spam one, the only way I think you can reasonably kind of do it is to kind of circle him to get away from him, because I just don't think the safe spots are there otherwise. This one is probably one of the more annoying ones as well, because the projectiles are just in an awkward position. Don't you dare, thank you, that wasn't so bad. The rematch might not go so well, if indeed you count that as going well, but yeah. We'll also see some of these attacks be really freaking annoying during level 2 and 3. So we'll come out and save. I will talk to you again and save, just in case I didn't do that. I don't know. You had an awful lot extra to say there. Whether that was just telling me there was a rematch, I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Let's go. And you'll probably notice during that fight that I rarely used the shift button to do the extra kind of damage and get the extra control. To be honest, we haven't seen this attack yet. That's amazing. To be honest, I prefer having the control over the extra damage. I know that seems a little bit weird, having said that there are certain attacks that I really don't like, and in which case you think, well, okay, you either have to be lucky with the attacks you do like, or you should hurry up and finish the fight as quick as possible. But yeah, I prefer having the control, I think, over the the speed, the extra speed over the damage. Excuse me, my voice is going south very quickly. If it continues on, I might have to pause and get a drink or something before I continue on with this, because I'm very conscious my voice is barely there at the moment. But yeah, I think I just much prefer having the additional control over the damage. This attack feels, I don't want to say random, but yeah, just a pain in the neck to avoid. I really don't like half of the attacks in this boss has. It feels like a fun boss though. It never feels unfair, I must admit. So it's a fun one, but in that sense it doesn't half annoy me. In the sense that there's just that I feel like I'm dying to probably what ordinarily quite easy attacks. I actually think for quite a lot of people they could not be as idiotic as that, but I legitimately think that people could find this the one of the easiest bosses in the game, if not the easiest, just from the kind of the style of how it goes. But for me, no. This almost feels like it could be one of the most difficult bosses, which is a really kind of weird thing to say. But I think it's just, yeah, arcing attacks and such are always giving me problems. I'm kind of hoping you don't go down here. Good. I'm also kind of hoping that I don't go off the screen and get border killed or anything like that. I guess that's another thing to watch out for in this fight as well. Be mindful of the border. Don't stray too far in any one direction. Now I'm stuffed. Yeah, hanging back on the onto his left-hand side, trying to dodge that. Yeah, have fun. I think you have to pretty much circle him in order to avoid that. Okay, why can I see that one more clearly than I can the single time he does that? So I'd almost... Oh no, this attack is a pain in the neck to avoid on his final phase. Wow, wow, wow. That's the one attack I actually dislike the most on his final phase. To be honest, that feels like it's one of the more easy ones to dodge, certainly level 1 and even on level 2. You seem to have a lot of time to lead them. They don't kind of like hang around on screen forever. Those, I think I'm in trouble here. Yeah. There are also, yeah, certain times where I don't want him to do that attack. If he's hanging around at the bottom of the screen and he's forced me there, or I get forced to the bottom of the screen and he just so happens to be hanging around the bottom of the screen, then I can't really get round the other side of him. Same on the top. But, yeah, the yellow kind of homing attack, for the earlier levels, you certainly, I feel, have enough time to lead the shots or lead those ones, but not so much in level 3. They feel like there's just too many of them, and I was in the middle of the screen there, or trying to head upwards, and that's not a good idea. Or it is if I was in the middle of the screen, but being at the bottom of the screen and trying to head upwards to dodge that attack, not good. Clearly, you do get a tail. I'm going to try and move under him now. So you don't die to him. He has no hitbox. Of all the times I've been playing this, I did not appreciate that. Maybe that's because I don't tend to do the circling that much, because I feel it's a bit risky, but I had no idea. So again, I could do it here. I mean, he happened to be moving out of the way for me nicely anyway, but I had no idea you couldn't touch him. Or it. That's interesting and does help to make things that little bit easier. One nice move, please. Not that, although if you hang around at the top, that might actually be okay. I'm actually cool with this, given that you cooperated with where you were on screen, and that should have killed me, probably. I feel like that really should have killed me, but I did so little damage here. Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Yes! Oh, yes, yes, yes. I hate that attack on level 3. You just don't seem to have the time to get away and avoid things, but it's got him before too many were on screen. Yay! Oh boy, right, yay, that's done. We are not quite done with the Nature Planet yet. There's one more thing I have to do, so I shall do that. And in order to do that, I need to go back to... No, not there. Thank you. I was a bit unclear which one was being selected there, as you can tell. I need to go right back to the beginning. There is a secret right on the second screen, not the first one. Not sure I really wanted to hit that save, but oh well. Yeah, crack in the wall here. Put a bomb down. And this guy gives us the star. I don't know whether I called it a rupee now or not. If I did, apologies. No, it's not a rupee. It is a star. And you know what? I am going to select yes, because I can't jump out of the waterfall, and if I did, I'd land on that spike, and I don't fancy going an awful long way to get the teleporter. So the fact that it's a star is enormously helpful. I will just select yes. And we are done. The fact that's a star and not a rupee is excellent. And we are heading off to pretty much our... before the final kind of area, or the initial final area. I know that sounded really weird. We're heading off to kind of like our last real planet. Don't know what on earth that achievement was for, but oh well. So the Sky Planet. And what I'm going to do here, when I equip this gun, is I'm going to take off auto fire. Not quite so important early on, but the gimmick on this planet is we have delicious fruit, and we are going to want to use them to destroy obstacles in our path, be that spikes, blocks, whatnot. Yeah, this is going to be the gimmick for this area. And it lends us to some quite interesting puzzles. I really do like this area. It can be frustrating, and there are an abundance of annoying cliff jumps in here as well, but yeah, I do really like this world. Really does make you kind of think how you kind of have to progress through. So you can clearly see there, I need to just fake out that cherry in order to, or just make it slow, which is why I turn off auto fire. Because you can imagine if I had auto fire on, the likelihood is I'll shoot the fruit at a greater speed. So maybe I didn't really demonstrate that all that well, but don't know if I can actually. Yeah, so I hit that fruit there twice, and it went a lot faster. So I must have hit that save, surely, yeah. But if I only hit it once, you'll notice it goes a lot slower. And we're going to need it to go a lot slower because I'm going to need to race it round this side and hit it from this side because I'm going to need to shoot it at that block. I couldn't initially shoot it to the left during in its initial position, so I had to make it go right and then back to the left. And somewhat similar vein. You're joking me, right? You're just joking me. What the hell was that? And that. Let's not make this the clumsy planet. I'm pretty happy with how everything has gone so far. Let's not make the pretty much last planet the nightmare one. In fact, let's not have a nightmare one at all. That would be good. Okay. Well, apparently my fingers have not got the message. Or my brain, or anything. Because I'm going to miss practically every single jump. I'm going to land on spikes that I should never get hit to. Yeah. I was off the ledge! What the hell? I thought I walked off the edge, so then I moved quicker. Oh dear gods. Can I do over this planet? This is dreadful. This is dreadful. Thank you. Right. So I'm going to get over this side and then I'm going to stop it. Now, I could do this a bit recklessly, but let's do it the slow, careful way. So, I'm going to stop it there now here. So what I could have done was I could have equipped this thing, which is what I'm going to need to do now, and aiming upwards. I didn't have to stop it. I could have just had this equipped and then raced it back and then shot it, but because it's moving, back to the right, the tendency is if I don't shoot it enough, it'll move up and right, and it'll miss the little block up there, which is blocking the treasure chest with the rupee. So yeah, I will stop to pause the cherry on this side, and that makes things just a lot easier in order to actually get to the bloody item. Wow, am I glad to have that screen done. That was a dreadful showing. Let's see if I can get this treasure chest this video. This might be my goal for this video. No, I want to keep that on actually. So I will aim this to the left. I might actually put auto fire on here actually as well. So I'm going to be very careful here initially. I have got auto fire on yet to only shoot it once, but I'm going to want auto fire a bit later on. For here. Excellent. Right. And I'm going to send this fruit back and packing. And then I'm going to shoot it again to stop it and give myself some breathing time. I don't believe that didn't... Oh, I haven't reset the... See what I mean? With the bloody saving, you're bound to do it. You will do it at least once every sodding time you play the game. I guarantee you. You will fail to save when you've selected an icon, or selected an item you want, or you've set this crosshairs in a certain direction, and you die, and you didn't save it, and you have to redo it again. It happens all the time. Oh, I know why. Because I've got this bloody thing on, and it was shooting to the left. That's why. So that's why I didn't shoot the sodding fruit. Problem solved. I'm an idiot. It's an AP point, yay. Now just to get back without dying. I've actually just realised that this this fruit was also in my way. Not going to make any difference because I can just set it off. And we're good. Yay. I guess actually while I've made this screen just a little bit easier for myself at the moment without the spike triggers, I might as well try and get to the next save. So we will set that blue fruit up. I'll also set this one up so it goes off screen so I don't have to deal with it. I'll do something very similar to this one. So I shall set it off and then get rid of it if I can put the cursor in the right direction. Downwards is not going to help. Yeah, alright, fine, that'll do. Don't screw up this jump, yay! Yes, I will activate it. Although I'm very nervous about this, actually. Let's just pray that I don't mess up getting to the next save point. Let's make sure I've got my little buttons that I want to use correctly set up so I don't accidentally not shoot. Yeah, only set one of these fruit off downwards and you'll be fine. Either one I think is fine, but don't set both off. You'll it won't say it's impossible. You can clearly kind of perhaps see the outline, or maybe not clearly, but there's a spike, for instance, on the block I'm standing on. There's also a spike in the block I'm now banging my head on. So it's doable, but why make that drop much more difficult for myself than I otherwise would have been, or otherwise would have. Yeah, I'll leave it there. We're just about to get our new gimmick, so we might as well save that for next time, and we can kick that off properly next video. So, yay! Nature Planet done, and I've actually managed to get myself into the Sky Sanctuary, or whatever the hell this place is. So, yeah, I shall leave it there, and I hope to see you next time, where I'll be continuing on with the Sky Planet. But until then, cheerio.